Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Venture Senior for Podsixclub, joined with
Kenzo the Gamer.
and we are live for some Friday night magic with MTG Arena as we are awaiting to take our vacation to the plains of Ravnica. But that doesn't start yet until Sunday. They've switched everything on us.
I totally forgot it was called Plancation, actually.
It's the plaincation down the plains in Ravnica.
There's that half moment of like, oh, that's a good pun. All right, that's the actual name.
Yep, that's the actual thing. That's what they're doing. But you can get all those sweet lands that they're showing off right here. But that doesn't start until Sunday.
No, that doesn't start until Sunday.
They switched the whole thing up on us. So now, in lieu of that, we will be going through and doing some ranked core 20 draft because you can still spend your gold on it. You don't have to spend gems. And I've got lots of gold that I've been saving up for this. So jump into it?
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
Straight in. Do it.
And potentially more, as the thumbnail implies, but not guaranteed to be more.
Yeah. We'll see how we do on this one. I mean, yeah, exactly. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really tempted to just take the Shifting Ceratops.
What's that one do again?
It's a 5/4 that can't be countered. Pro blue. You can pay 1 to make it reachy or tramply or hasty.
Not bad, actually.
Yeah,
It's a good bomb.
It's got a lot of good stuff going for it. I think that's just kind of the one, and then see what else I get into from there. I mean, clearly we're going with the green right now, but that could always change.
Modern is dead. Is that your new name?
Wait, is that my new name?
Modern is dead, yeah.
Hi, Ruinations here. I'm Modern is dead. So yeah, Hogak? Is it still just Hogak? Or is Faithless Looting just ruined everything?
I don't know Modern enough.
Overgrowth Elemental isn't terrible, but I really want to go with an Elemental deck for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
which...
yeah.
It's limited is the...
Exactly. It's really hard to be like, yeah, that's definitely what you're going to get. Go for it. I mean, otherwise, for strong cards, Gift of Paradise is nice.
Yep.
So Scorpion.
Yeah, that's a good one. One drop.
Oh, right. Yep. Most played card is Leyline of the Void at the Mythic Championship right now.
Oh.
Mythic Championship 4 that they have going on. I believe in Barcelona.
I didn't actually even know there was a Mythic Championship going on.
Yep.
I feel like Arena would be a place to advertise those kind of things.
It's just kind of, yeah. It's kind of funny in a sad way in how they've gone through and like pivoted so hard into like trying to make it an esports, but now it's like I'm hearing really just less about the things than I was when they were going through and having regular GP coverage.
Oh yeah, definitely way less.
So I don't even know. If that doesn't scream broken format, I don't know what does. Dude, it's when you have to go through and everyone has to go through and run sideboard cards in main deck in order to go through and counter like a specific archetype or card, as the case might be.
Yeah, that's not a healthy place to...
I mean, Modern is that hyper efficient format. It's supposed to be like, yeah, you can just go off and do all the crazy things, but it's like, how did I hear it described the other day that kind of like perfectly encapsulated it? It's like an eternal format where you have like the widest variety of cards that you can really play, but then it's basically you have to work around a rotating ban list that goes through and dictates the things that can and the decks that are viable or not, because it seems like the ban list is the one thing that's constantly changing and shifting out.
Yeah.
So
it's true. I mean, the modern bans are way more frequent than other ones.
Oh, you had a first popper up in FNM
nice.
At your LGS. Sweet. Yeah, actually, tomorrow they're doing They do have a popper thing going on at Stronghold. I just can't
Right.
remember what it was.
Huh. I haven't looked at an event calendar in a little while.
Yeah. No, I saw it on was it Twitter or Instagram? One or the other. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna go with the Gift of Paradise here.
What's Twitter? Instagram?
You know, those things that we're supposed to be on because we're like the social medias and whatnot, but we're terrible at it.
I did get your.
We're terrible at
I
it.
got your Instagram the other day. When you sent me that one, did make me laugh.
There you go.
Especially because I had been complaining about my shoulder hurting from sleeping bad all morning.
Ooh, 3-0 with Is It Delver. Sweet.
Nice.
I built myself a popper deck and I haven't even played a single game with it. That's more my own failings than anything.
Yeah, you should go try it out at the OGS.
Maybe. Unless we're playing VR tomorrow.
We are playing VR tomorrow.
Hey, so I'm playing VR tomorrow. Okay, what do I want to roll with here then? Got a Gift of Paradise and a Shifting Ceratops, and I'm not really making much.
I figured we would just have a good chat because that's more interesting.
More interested in playing this stuff.
No. Just
Silly
in these picks.
Honestly,
the rest is fun.
Flashing Aura is
Yeah,
not bad.
It's not terrible. Is it worth maybe picking something in a different color though?
Ooh, Mono Blue Fairies. How is that in Pauper? That sounds spicy.
I actually do think the Invocation is probably actually the pick. All jokes aside.
Dude, I think just people playing Pauper like blue, to be fair, because it's one of the strongest colors in Pauper. Which is why, what was it, on the last banned and restricted announcement, it was like 3 blue cards that ended up getting the hammer? 3 for Pauper? For Pauper, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pauper.
Not the last announcement that we had, but the last time that they had a banned announcement for Pauper. It was like... I can't even remember the cards, but I'm pretty sure it was like 3 specific blue ones.
So do they follow that same list? Because isn't that... Pauper was managed by somebody else before, and now it's an official format?
Well, the thing is, before they had... there was what you would play on Magic Online, and then there was what you would play in paper.
Right.
But now I think they've gone through and consolidated both of them so that they have a universal list of, yes, this is what's playable in the format, as well as what's now banned universally across the format. So with that, they've consolidated the two. Get Probe, Gush, and Daze. Yeah. Gitaxian Probe, you remember that?
No, I don't, actually.
Because you have...
I feel like I should.
Well, because you have a version of that one that doesn't let you go through and pay the Phyrexian cost. It's 1 blue to go through and peek your opponent's hand.
Oh. I think it's called Peak, actually.
Yeah, I think it's called Peak, so incidentally.
That's an Odyssey card, actually.
Because it's so damn good, but so bad. I love / hate it.
Right.
I mean, Vorst Claw is not the worst, but it's not the best. Holy
Reasonable
Indenture.
bump. That's what my eye was drawn. Holy Indenture is really, especially in limited. That card is really like done work.
Way to get back my Shifting Ceratops? Sure, why not?
Golgari is not the worst colors to be in either.
No, and I mean, it's 1 pick. I can pivot out of it.
That's very true.
I'm going to take the pup and hope that I can get something off of that later.
You know, I was going to say, that pup for other people has paid off so many times.
Mono Blue Fairy Sea Sprite is kind of nuts. Which one's Sea Sprite? Ooh, I do like Soul Salvage.
Hey, probably should have started the card lookup thing.
Kaisis!
I don't even have it pinned to the desktop anymore.
Doesn't look like it's on the taskbar anymore. I don't know what
Oh,
that
that's
is.
Blatant Sorcerer. I was wondering what the hell that was.
I'm like, huh?
That's fine for you to be confused. Me being confused on what's pinned on my own desktop. That's a little bit hilarious.
Oh, 1/1 Flyer Pro Red. Yeah, the protections are ridiculous. I'm still kind of surprised that they went through and brought them back in M20, but still kind of cool too.
It is cool. Because they got rid of them because complexity for players. But I guess since a lot of people are playing digital.
And it's a fairy that looks like a merfolk, so that'd be up your alley. Alright, so do I want to roll? Mammoth Spider is good.
Yeah, Mammoth Spider is really.
But then I do like the Sanitarium Skeleton and the Blade Brand. Thing is, I think I need more bodies, especially something with Mr.
Yeah,
Ricci.
I think Reach is worthwhile getting.
Yeah.
Is there another shot at the Blade brand?
Yeah, I'll take the Blade brand.
Yeah, I think that's what I would take too. 7/7 is nice, but
Growth Cycle's decent.
pretty good, yeah. I mean, if you could get multiple copies.
Yeah.
But this is the second or third one that has come up. It is a common, so it's not.
It's
impossible.
it's more likely to end up showing up. So yeah, we'll go for that.
Yeah, nothing's going to be in your color.
I'm gonna take it in the gate and just slap it in the sideboard. What else?
Go into that as well.
Feral Abomination here.
Feral's not bad, yeah.
I mean,
Where's the War Chief? Is that when you lose life for the first time?
Yeah.
I know it had to do with losing life. I just couldn't remember what the actual.
that's the thing. It's not bad, but that's something that I'd want to benefit off of if I have things that ping me.
No, it really is.
I'm gonna go with the Abomination for now. If one comes back around, I'll probably end up taking it though. Tempting, but I'm not sure how good that would be. Sorcerer of the Fang. It's a... Yeah, I'll take that because it's got a bigger butt.
Activated ability is expensive. It's the axe.
Guess I'm taking the axe! So I can ask some questions. Same thing with the golem.
Yeah, I guess you're taking the golem. So you can golem them some questions? That doesn't...
Sure. I saw what you were doing. I appreciated it. Yeah, for my pauper deck that I ended up building, I mean, I basically took a look at the cards that I already had in my collection. I saw that I had basically Urzatron, so I'm like, alright, I'll build an Urzatron deck. And it seems it was supposed to be like multicolored, like 4 or 5 color Urzatron, but it really feels more like a Dimir deck. And then after I was seeing some people talking about Pauper on Twitter, I kind of felt bad about my deck just because I was like, oh, I didn't realize mine was a control monster deck. Oh. I didn't realize people don't like playing against that. Oh. Alright.
People love control.
Yeah, it's great, right? It's totally fun and conducive and not at all why people don't, yeah, whatever. Okay, Agonizing Siphon. That's not the worst. I'm not really having much in the way of removal right now.
No, it's not a bad one. I don't think Epicure is worth it. I don't think you need another I'm the spider.
Siphon it is. Yeah, someone was going through and talking about, like, you know, control-y pauper decks and how that's very much a thing, and then mentioning things like Denrova Horror, and they're just like, no, just no. And I'm like, have how many of those in my deck? Oh crap. I am that person they're talking about.
And so now you need to build some degenerate commander decks too.
No, I kind of want to build the, you know, non-degenerate pauper decks. Like maybe elves. Thing is, I saw that I had more cards towards building that Urzatron deck, which is why I did that. I do have some elves, just not as many elves, and then that's a whole nother thing, so well, I'll get around to it eventually. Whatever. Okay, here. Wolfkin Bond or Thicket Crasher? I mean, that Scourger is kind of like...
Okay.
Meh.
To be fair, internally, that's the kind of what I've been debating as my suggestion is between the Crasher and
The Bond?
the Bond.
Because that really wants me to be like Wolf Tribal. I need to get Wolfy. I want to get that Flash Wolf out.
Yeah, that's you kind of need to hopefully get a couple other pieces.
This one can kind of just work on its own.
It's probably worth it.
Netcaster's good. Blood Burglar is not bad. I like that Fathom Fleet is actually back. Loman Shaman. That one's not,
Yeah, I don't
not
know
really going to be good in limited. So probably it's between the spider, the burglar, the skeleton, and hopefully that jungle hollow will get passed back to me later.
You're hoping for that.
Spider, skeleton, or burglar?
I would say skeleton. You don't have too much in the low end, and that recursiveness.
That's true. That recursiveness is nice. Alright, let's do that. And hope that some of those other ones end up coming back to me.
Well, there's the spider.
Oh, hey, what up, Spitter? Spitterman, Spitterman. Do, Spitterman. I do have a soul salvage. I could pull another one. Or I could just be like, haha, Duress. Well, that reaction tells me all I need to know. Ugh,
Yeah.
Duress.
That's
Duress it is.
probably worth it.
Yes. Alright, I got one netcaster spider. Do I go for the second netcaster, or do I go for the second ferocious pup? And then that makes me wish that I'd gone through and pulled that other pepperoni thing.
I'd say the spider because you didn't pull that other pup. Unless you want to hope that you're going to get... Oh.
Exactly.
It's early enough in the draft. You do have 2 spiders. You do have 2 reachers. So.
True. What? Disenchant by accident. Cool. You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
What was...
God damn it. Okay.
Wait, I was making a bad joke in the last draft, and then I
Yep.
clicked it by accident.
Scuttlemutt, not terrible. Mana fixing, but do I really need mana fixing? Or do I
Not
do...
really?
I'd be
Much
better
less-
off with the Vigilance. Because I'm not going for the crazy 3-color shenanigans right now.
Yeah.
Burglar's okay. I think I would rather gain 3 life off of the 1-drop.
Yeah, I like that.
Epicure? What else am I going to take?
I was about to say, yeah, what else are you gonna... Nah,
Vile's kind of...
Epicure is more useful on the, if it happens to go off, then at least it's a 4/4 body.
Wolfkin Bond, word.
There we go.
Jungle Hall.
Yeah, I take that over. Shaman.
Yeah. I guess I'm taking... Sure, why not?
Yeah. Alright.
Another one. Lone Wanderer, how's it going, dude? All the way to gold tier? Nice. Tier 4.
Nice.
Dude, nice.
It's definitely a grind.
Yeah. What am I on right now? I'm on like... Am I gold 3 or gold 2 right now? I'm trying to get the platinum because that's when you go through and that's when you get both of the different card styles.
Yeah.
You get the uncommon one and the rare one. And I've only been able to get that rare one like one other time before.
I don't think I've made it to platinum since they brought those styles in.
Well, Sorcerer ended up making it to platinum not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard though, dude. It's hard.
It's hard. And like you said, it's a grind. It takes lots of time to...
They want you to be getting those daily logins so you can go through and get all the games in, get all the fun.
Get all the XP.
Yeah, but at least they've gone through and incentivized it now more.
Wanted to get to Mythic, but that ain't happening. It could happen one day. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for me, it's probably not happening.
It's that is the one nice thing about them going through and mailing out all the codes, dude. I'm all about that as well.
Alright, that was... I could feel that sneeze, like...
Building up.
It's like...
Don't die, dude. Do I go for the scheming symmetry? Like, is that gonna work for me? That seems like it could just screw me.
I like the art.
Well, yeah, Seb McKinnon's killing it
Of
with
course
that.
it's Seb. But that feels like old school Magic art. That's why I mean, it's also good art. But
Yeah.
Apparently, Seb McKinnon has got to be one of my favorite artists.
Seb McKinnon's fantastic, man. There's a lot of great artists, but
Oh yeah,
like,
and not to say that there aren't other ones aren't fantastic artists, but it's the one I can think of. Oh, that's fantastic art. And recently, it's been hey, it's another Seb one.
from like the last 3 sets, things have been popping up. We're like, damn, that's nice. Who's the artist on that? Seb again. And all the stuff that's shown up for Throne of Eldraine. Seb again.
They showed anything for that?
Yeah, well, okay, that one that would look like a Sleeping Beauty, but with Planeswalker logo.
Oh yeah, that was sad. Yeah.
It looks so good. I want it.
I've seen the playmats of that too.
Yeah, the playmat for that one looks fantastic.
Oh,
Reese's Puffs.
Stop
Downloaded a tool to track your matches and tell you where you can improve. Got up with a deck full of instant haste creatures. Dick move, nice. Instance and haste. What color were you rolling with on that one?
Yeah.
Also, what's that tracker?
I was about to say, what's the tracker? It's my bigger question on that.
Also, what's my pick here? Red. Oh, that makes sense. The haste, yeah, of course.
I love me some red.
Do I need a second Feral untapped? Oh, that makes sense.
How are you doing on your top end?
I got a Feral Abomination. I've got a Stone Golem, which is not very great. I think I might need another Feral Abomination.
I think you go for Feral. Unless that Stone Golem's probably going to end up getting cut.
Takes a couple seconds to download. It's somewhat small. Okay. Gonna have to look into that.
Treat.
My Baroni, Baroni.
Remember I put that in my last draft deck purely because of that joke?
Yup. Okay. What? Shared summons? What's this? Huh.
Interesting.
So that could tutor up my bombs. What? Yeah. They don't make it easy for people to find out when the people that they've subbed to are actually going through and putting out videos.
Yeah,
they make you jump through like 55 hoops and then it's like, oh yeah, but you know, you weren't going through, so we figured you didn't want them anyways. It's like, no, but I hit the bell. What do you mean?
We'll recommend you something else that you could be interested
in. Ground beef? Yeah. Teamer Elementals. Ah, damn you, Risen Reef. Okay, so I want to go Wolf Rider saddle, but Overcome is spicy, and that shared summons of being able to pull stuff out.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the saddle. I don't know. Those are all good choices.
Saving up gold for the drafts, yes. I've been doing the exact same thing because I already pulled the Wolfkin one. I don't know if it's worth it pulling the other one. The saddle is re-equipable.
If you're gonna go for something on that whole like wolf thing, I would go for the saddle.
I'm gonna go through and keep with that theme.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's the pick.
But the +2/+2 on the trample across the board,
which is that's a finisher.
Yeah, but then that shared summons of being able to pull
get you to your finisher. I mean, that's
that'll pull out like the Mammoth Spider and the Feral.
Well, so I would say that both, the summons and the Overcome are both better picks than the saddle, just because there's a clear way to victory with either of those. I don't know which is the better of the two because they're basically the same cost.
I feel like the Overcome maybe.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of great things about magicians actually, but I haven't gotten on it yet. Like a lot of shows. We just started watching Chernobyl the other day with my girlfriend. Got one episode in.
Nice. I thought you were just talking about magicians in general. Like, mixed bag.
It's one of those ones that's gonna suck you in. Nice. Well, I mean, we've been looking for something else along those lines. Alright, I'm gonna go with the Overcome and hope that more things come back around. Oof. Might of the Masses. Target creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. Go wide, go crazy.
I like those.
Invocation. Oh, I think I may as well go for this one since I'm kind of in the colors.
What about murder though?
Oh, damn.
That's hard removal. I mean, yeah, that's a good card, but
good
you need
point.
hard removal.
Good point. Yeah, these guys watched Chernobyl. Like you, Llama. Did Ender watch?
No, I don't think Ender's watched Chernobyl.
But like, you guys kept on going on about Chernobyl, and like,
well, it's a really
everyone kept on going on about Chernobyl. Like the entire internet was like, I can't stop watching this, and then all the memes popping up from it. I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it now. It's great. That first episode was just, damn.
Yeah, it's just done.
It's just damn.
They do a really good job of telling the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's, for the most part, pretty historically accurate too.
So yeah,
well,
I'm yeah.
Unless you listen to the Russian government.
Well,
because it was the CIA that was truly responsible for the whole thing, according to them.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there's always going to be different workarounds for being able to get, but
yeah,
it's kind of sucks the way that they've gone through, and it's like, well, we all moved away from cable to, you know, internet subscriptions for streaming because it was far easier. And now everyone's breaking off and branching off to make their own subscription services, so it's kind of turning back into cable again. Where you need to have like 15 different things in order to get all the shows that you want. I wanted this for convenience, guys.
What are you talking about? For I got the HBO, I had to subscribe to a service called Crave in Canada. And then I had to subscribe again on top of that subscription for HBO service on that service, which was the same price again.
This is expensive, but I think I'm going to pull the Howling Giant.
Yeah, it's probably a good one.
Woo-wee!
When I canceled my subscription, made sure to answer too expensive is my reason for both of them.
Made a new world on World Anvil and just realized my most well-written character is not the main character. Hey, that's not a bad thing. Let's pull...
I've been trying to look up this arena tool for like 5 minutes.
Do I want a second Blade Brand or do I want a second growth cycle?
The Blade Brand guarantees you a kill during the trip.
The thing is, it's not necessarily just Congress or Senate or any other governmental bodies trying to legislate on stuff like that, because like here in Canada, they tried to go through and make the cable corporations play along with an a la carte service, and they pushed back against it as far and as hard as they could, so that they just basically came out with a cheaper basic service package, which is again not what people want and why they keep on going through and hemorrhaging subscribers, but that's what's worked for them forever, right? So why are they going to go through and change the model now, even when something better is staring them straight in the face?
Worked great for the record industry.
Yep. Look at how well all those major labels did now. Ooh, Warhammer.
Nice.
40k tabletop variety or some of the other crazy, because they have so many different online variations.
Yeah.
For different like games set within the Warhammer universe.
Set it within the Warhammer universe, but they're usually using the characters, but they're usually just like your kind of standard game designs.
You'll have like an RTS, or you'll have like a first person or co-op third person. It's like, yeah.
I'm trying to figure a way to say this without being too bad, but it's kind of like mid-tier development studios tend to be in charge of those titles. Not saying that they're bad. There's nothing wrong with a mid-tier. Like, to be fair, honestly, it's the AAA studios that have a lot of crap these days. So,
honestly, like, okay, going off on another random tangent. I was really looking forward to the new Wolfenstein title.
Right. Yeah.
I'd gone through and saved up my money aside and put it aside from that from the last Steam sale. I'm like, nope, these $50 whatever are set aside for getting the deluxe Wolfenstein Youngblood, because I love Wolfenstein. New Order was fantastic. Old Blood's fantastic. Any game where you get to go around and kill Nazis, I'm like, yes, this is awesome. And then what was it? New Colossus. Mixed reviews. People were complaining about the level design, the story. Didn't know what it wanted to be, so it was like doing conflicting things at multiple points. I'm like, I'll wait till that one becomes cheaper. But now you're coming out with a new Wolfenstein that's basically like playing through Wolfenstein but co-op? That sounds awesome! Sign me up! I can go through and play with, like, if you get the deluxe one, you can just play with anyone.
Right.
Like, get your buddies in, they play for free kind of thing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm like, you go through, you get the base one for $40, or you get the deluxe one for 55, and then you can just drag your friends along.
That's kind of cool.
I'm like, that sounds awesome.
But
then the game actually came out. People started playing it, and it's like, wait a minute, this isn't co-op Wolfenstein. This is like dumbed down Destiny or The Division, but set in the Wolfenstein world. It's just like an RPG looter shooter where you go through and keep on grinding out the same stuff in order to collect one of 3 different currencies so you can buy new skins.
Okay.
You killed it for me.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So with that, I think I'm gonna take the Blade brand because that's more killingness. Yeah, the new one looks crummy, dude. It's I was looking forward to it. I was so hyped on it, and then the more that I've seen about it, and then seeing all the reviews on Steam, which is why I don't pre-order games anymore. I wait to hear what the heck actually is going on with them, and I'm glad I did not throw down on that one because that's not my Wolfenstein, dude.
Gaming companies ruin pre-orders. I was for it at one point, but I've been burned way too many times.
Tell that to the new GTA 5 casino update.
What was that?
Congress is trying to get rid of loot crates, considering gambling. Well, I mean,
it's not gambling because you can't get your money back. There's legal precedent.
There are ways that you can actually go through and get your money out from GTA,
but they're not supported by the company.
No,
therefore
and it's so many hoops to jump through and so much uncertainty as to whether you'll even get that money out. It's just like most people won't go through the trouble of.
Honestly, there's so many stops that actually makes the casino useless, in my opinion. Like the cap on the amount of coins that your max bets, they're so low.
Yeah, that's why is Bethesda doing this? I know so many people were looking forward to Fallout 76, and yeah, when Venture has to talk about Venture in the third person, you know that Venture is sad as well. I feel you. I feel you, Tara. I think I'm gonna go through and pull another soul salvage here. Yeah. Thing is, they see that the way that so much of the industry is migrating towards microtransactions because, like, how much business is that?
What?
How much
games?
Yeah, games making money off microtransactions.
Oh, making up billions?
How many billions? It's like, it's stupid now.
Billions.
So
I watched
yeah, unfortunately a lot of the politicians that are going through and passing legislation on these things, they don't understand it. It's true. We
do have AT&T, don't we? Kinda?
No, well, the closest thing that we had was Bell, but they split like a long time ago.
Yeah, they did split a long time.
They split in the 90s, so
I thought they offered a long distance service at one point in Canada's history, not anything beyond that.
We have one of the former subsidiaries to AT&T with Bell here. Yeah. But like, don't they have exclusivity for HBO, therefore Game of Thrones here in Canada? So yeah. Do they have any relation to Bell South? I honestly couldn't tell you.
No idea.
I'd have to look that one up.
They're an absolute juggernaut of a media corporation.
Yes. Well, I mean, we followed the trend of what was happening down south with the deregulation, and then a small amount of corporations going through and buying the large amount of the broadcasting stations, be it for radio or for television. So that's just kind of how it goes. They're the juggernaut, bitch!
Yes.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that one. Just slap him that.
Oh, Boris.
No, I did have a hilarious conversation with my family today briefly when I saw him about his hair.
What is it with blonde guys from New York? God.
I doubt he will get reelected, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's England.
I mean, I mean, so many people are throwing around. It's like, voted on confidence. I doubt he'll even pass the voted on confidence.
You might not actually.
And it's like, how much is being, like, who was it? Scotland making it back in the news again for being like, yo, let us out. We want a referendum.
Boris is in charge.
The other joke was that, like, because of the whole Brexit deal, it's like, this is going to be the precedent for reuniting the Irelands.
Probably, yeah.
Because they're like, nah. I don't know if a comb would even do much to tame that. It's gonna need a whole hair team, dang it.
We're talking about how it's his accidental like style and image, but it's truly him just not giving a fuck.
Okay, well, no, and this is the thing that I've heard talked about many times, and it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. I mean, we had the whole Mayan calendar thing where everything kind of like was supposed to blow up in 2012.
Right.
So it didn't, but it should have, and now we're still going. And this is what's happening as a result?
Sure. Other than the numerous amount of holes in that whole 2012 thing.
Yeah, I know, of course. It's just like with computer programmers and Y2K. You don't think that far ahead.
No. Well, actually, speaking of that, I think we're near to the end of Unix time.
Yeah, no, you're right, Tara, but, like, things in jest, right? Oh, I would have left such a beautiful corpse in 2012.
I definitely would have left a prettier corpse in 2012.
I know my waistline would at least have been slimmer back then. Damn. Okay, so what the heck am I cutting out of this? I definitely don't think I need the heart piercer bow.
We can't cut Boris from the deck, so 10. Should see what your
I was slimmer. I had less grays, less age spots on my hands. Damn.
Yeah, I can agree with both of those. Those are very true statements for me as well.
All the things that I just don't want to think about. Wand, not that great. Okay, 10 more cards. Do I really need 3 duresses? No. Let's change the layout on this and see what my stats is like. Yeah, see, at that point, I wasn't really drinking that much either. I was still like, no, I'm going through and I'm cutting back on all that stuff because it's just bad for me. And then afterwards, I was like, no, I want to have fun again. At
least I was like that, then my doctor's like, no, you can't drink.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, at least I'm getting to the point now where it's like one beer doesn't give me like a headache again. So, like, progress.
There's progress.
Little things.
I still get that if I happen to have one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, it's not like when we were young and dumb and so dumb where drinking to get smashed was the end goal. Now it's just like, I'll go through and have one with dinner kind of thing. Whatever.
Yeah. One bottle. I haven't been truly, like, really smashed in at least a decade.
Okay, so I got a lot of non-creatures that I can cut, so let's definitely get rid of some of the duresses.
Probably, good.
I still like both those blade brands,
I would keep the blade brands, yeah. No, those are good. I don't think you need 2 Sill Salvages either. Fair.
You've been teaching your 8-year-old nephew to play Magic? Nice. So long as he doesn't bend the cards or show them to you. Fair enough. You know what? I've been considering trying to introduce the game to my niece because she's 7. And I mean, she does like reading, but they don't live anywhere near us, so I don't know if she'll actually like have a chance then if I get her like an intro set to then continue playing later. Yeah, like maybe she'll just bug her mom and her dad to do so, but I don't know if she'll be able to get other friends into it. Whereas if she was living closer, I'd just be playing with her all the time anyways. No, see, that's what I used to do, Slap Man. I used to use it as a form of time travel. And then I ended up getting a whole bunch of stories about myself after the fact that I didn't particularly appreciate, you know, especially when you have that moment of disbelief where, like, that was me? So I don't do
those
that
are the
stuff
weirdest
anymore.
when you're like,
Yeah.
I did what?
Excuse me? What? Me? Oh. So yeah, I try to not do that anymore.
Yeah, and I still don't think you need to.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's not very good. I mean, it's good, but it's just not going to give me, like, that return that I probably want.
It just doesn't fit as well into the deck.
Then I ended up in this timeline and stopped altogether, hoping that I just should have been a 1. I don't want to jump into Wolfenstein's world. It's fun to play in that world because, again, I get to kill Nazis.
Or was it Man in a High Castle too? That's another one. Or no, he does die in that one, doesn't he? No, he doesn't, because they do win the war in that one.
Nah.
I keep meaning to watch that show, because that's the one where the States gets divided between the U.S., or between the Nazis and the Soviets. So there's a wall in the middle, kind of like happened in... So one side is the German side, and one side is the Soviet side.
Man in the High Castle, Hitler dies in the 50s,
right,
60s.
Yeah. So he does, he dies later.
Okay. Ah, Philip K. Dick, yes. Oh yeah, recently passed away, the actor from, what do we call it, Blade Runner. Oh. I mean, yeah. We's all getting old. Yeah. I like the top end that I got going on here.
You need Epicure though.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Just because it doesn't really
play into what I'm actually trying to do with the deck.
Always get harder as you get closer to that deck number.
I don't need 2 Sentinels, I don't think. Crypto mining? I mean...
Mined a lot of crypto. And then lost a whole bunch in...
Yeah.
Great Canadian exit scam known as Quadra... X. Yeah.
Yeah, I had bought like Bitcoin back when it was cheap so that I could go through and buy cosmetics for Team Fortress 2, which I should have kept the Bitcoin, obviously. And then the only other crypto that I actually mined was like Dogecoin.
Oh, yeah.
Because lols. I tried to get in on Garlic Coin, but I never bothered.
What was the other one that was fun for the lols? Was the Fedora coin? Because it was called Tips. It was it never went anywhere, but it just made me laugh every time. So I'm like,
I can appreciate that. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. It's like, you know that you're not going to go through and strike the big one with it, but it is still fun to play around with. It was always nice when I'd go through and leave my rig mining and then wake up and be like, holy crap, look at all this Dogecoin I got.
I actually was in a profit point at one point. I actually lost my money.
I mean, I got that wallet still kicking around somewhere. I mean, I don't know if there's... I don't even know if I still have that password to the damn wallet.
Yeah.
That could be a very limiting factor. Oh, well. Oh, you lost it from a scammer? Oh, yeah. Finished the deck already. Sorry.
Yes.
4 more cards that I need to cut. Again, I still like the top end. Sitting really heavy in the 3 spot. I need the murder. The pepperonis are good.
What does the natural end do again? What does natural end do again?
That one's artifact or enchantment, but then I gain life. Go break it down. I'm probably a little too high on the non-creatures.
Yeah.
So I should probably be getting rid of those. I'll cut the growth cycle because I do have the Feral Invocation, which is an aura as opposed to just an actual spell. The thing is do I cut the duress?
Again, yeah, it's not really playing into what your true goals of the deck are. So yeah, I'd cut it.
I like the blade brands.
Yeah, I think you need.
Do I cut one of the Wolfkins?
Yeah. I mean, you can always bring it back.
That's true.
You just need one more cut.
One more cut. What's it gonna be?
Card.
Definitely.
Magic variety.
That one. Gift of Paradise. I don't need mana fixing. Boom, we're done. I mean, it might have helped for the ramp, but whatever.
Yes.
I'll consider that later. And for now, I'll just take it for a test drive and see what the hell happens. We were just talking about how it's like now that they've gone through and moved to like Magic esports coverage, we're watching less and less of it.
Yeah, I didn't even know the Mythic Championships were going on this weekend.
I knew that the Mythic Championship was going on, but I'm like, it's Modern and stuff, and we don't really play Modern that much? I don't know. I'm interested to see what ends up coming out from like the decks in the top 8 and what ends up being probably way too played and popular in the whole meta, but it's gonna be interesting to see how everything kind of adjusts post banning.
We'll actually have to ban Hogek.
Are they gonna finally admit that, like, you know, Faithless Looting needs to go?
Yeah, or is that the one that's gonna be the? It's probably the one that really needs it. So they'll ban Hogek.
If you're in the top 1,000, you get an invite at the end of the season. See, that's the thing. It's like, I'm definitely not in the top 1,000. Because that's like, you gotta be mythic and like super...
Yeah,
super in there. I'm like, the closest that I got before when they had rolled over to the new stuff was like, yeah, I can keep this. Diamond, I think I was before at one point.
But yeah, you were Diamond, and that's when that was one away from Mythic.
Yeah, which at the time they were calling Masters.
Yes, they were calling Masters.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm nowhere near the level anymore that I could actually qualify for any of that, so... Meh.
Honestly, it takes such a huge time commitment to get through those ranks.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like we're throwing enough money at the game in order to really go through and build those top tier decks to just burn through everything. As much as I'd like to, right? Ooh, Score Spitter, nice.
I threw a lot of money at the game when M20 came out, and I don't feel like it got me anywhere. Yeah, it's probably worth not spending money on it. That's my advice to basically anyone I say playing the game is don't spend money on it. Unless you like really want something, but it's like...
I've tried to spend as little money as I can on the game. I mean, obviously I have, but that's usually been on account of us trying to go through and do the events and whatnot for the streams and such. And if I'm finding myself short on my gold for whatever reason, well, I'm for more gems, or in those cases where the only things that you can do are gem-based.
Yeah, I have to use the gem ones, and we haven't done enough drafts, or done well enough.
Oh. Ah. Oh, paper, paper, paper. I mean, I could make my pup a 2/3 and just swing in with that.
This is red.
Well, I mean, yeah. Modern, it's got to be the paper. Yeah, I'm gonna use this as a combat trick. I can do that.
Yeah, might as well.
Swing, block with the pup. Make it grow. Looking for Heelys, but you don't like the actual Heely shoes? Tectonic Rift? What?
Ugh.
Alright, well I guess I gotta play this now while I still can. Damn it. Alright, well there goes my element of surprise. Jeez. So like actual Healy shoes? Wait, what?
Ah, land destruction.
I didn't hear that anyone got arrested for alleged.
Oh, I didn't hear about that either. For, like a mythic champions or
What? There was the. What the heck did I did here? What was it that I did here? Ah, well, swing, whatever.
land destruction's cool now. I don't know about that.
The
Friends
one-
don't let friends land destruct.
The only thing that I'd heard was something from Hipsters of the Coast where they'd posted about a former pro that had gone through and hit some top 8s or something like that, that had gotten arrested for that. That was attempted rape, but it wasn't anyone from any of the current championships or who was like an MPL player or anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't really know that either.
I mean, there have been several removals from the MPL for various reasons, but nothing that I'd heard that was actually related to attempted rape, for at least for those players that I'd heard of. Okay, so that one's gonna hurt. Well, I guess I'm not swinging out like that anymore. Doggone it. Wait, Yellow Coin might be watching. No! Who?
Yellow coin.
Conley Woods, former Magic the Gathering pro and contributor to the game's official website, arrested in Santa Fe.
We don't have monetization to lose it. That's what he means by the yellow coin.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we're not monetized.
We just do this for the fun.
Yep. We're just doing it for the lulz, dude. So this is where they're gonna hit me with that battle pump. Block, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, this is where I can Blade Brand in response and hopefully draw into a land. Woo wee! Gotta please the algorithm gods. Is it even an algorithm anymore?
I mean, I would argue that technically, no, it's not an algorithm.
Hey, but in fairness, you're throwing it into the chat. So if YouTube isn't picking it up from us actually saying the dumb stuff, we say a lot of dumb stuff anyway.
I mean, we're pretty good. We're probably PG-13.
I heard that they were going through and showing the teaser for the new Jay and Silent Bob at San Diego Comic-Con.
Right.
Because it's Jay and Silent Bob reboot, so
That's
it's
the name of it, yeah.
them going after one of the studios rebooting Jay and Silent Bob. That's the premise of it. So very much in this way of Strikes Back.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Like we've talked about, we're all getting old. It's showing. And I mean, Kevin Smith's skinny now.
I know, he's really skinny now.
That throws me off. I've wanted to go to Comic-Con for a long time. The best chance that I probably had was in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, where one of the friends that Cardigan, my girlfriend, had, like they had previously gone to Comic-Con, so they were kind of trying to talk us into it.
Right.
But we just didn't think that we were there yet. And then we've just only done like comparatively baby Comic-Cons.
PAX West. We did last year.
Which,
well, you've done many years.
Yeah,
I did last year.
Yeah, but then like Emerald City Comic
That's
Con
true,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
That was honestly PAX is the first con I've ever been to.
And PAX is flippin' awesome.
It is awesome.
If I put out the spider, that's still not going to be able to kill that. Ceratops. Oh, doggone it. I think I need to put it out and kind of hope for the best anyways.
Where is Gen Con? Not far from us.
Gen Con, damn, I want to go to Gen Con.
Yeah, that's another one.
I mean, that's like the gaming one.
Yeah,
That's like the gaming
I know what Gen Con is. That'd be a very cool one to go to. I was asking where it is actually, not when it is.
It was somewhere they
Indiana.
relocated. Yeah,
That's not close to us.
no, it was somewhere originally. Then they relocated it, and then they may have relocated it again since then. But WotC was actually gonna have a presence there this year. I know that on the year that they ended up doing what do we call it? Their own Hasbro Fest, they ended up skipping on it. Oh, leaving for class soon, dude?
Violin class?
You guys have a Comic-Con in Malaysia?
That's pretty cool.
What's it called? Because the other convention that you were mentioning sounded really cool.
Yeah, the one that you went to not too long ago.
Comic Fiesta. I like the name of that.
I kind of like that better than Comic-Con.
Oh, I was really hoping to go through and have that Wolfkin bond so I could have bumped up my mammoth spider, and I think they just killed me with this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Considering I just dropped off all my good stuff and drew a bunch of land, it's not good. UFO-Con? Wait, you're going to go raid Area 51 as well? Remember, Naruto Dash. Tag CC. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It wasn't
so
that great.
new cons, yeah, they do take a while to get going. In fairness, I mean, when when we had gone to Vancouver Fan Expo the first couple times around, it was, compared to what we were used to seeing in Seattle, definitely not on the same sort of level, but like, you know, it's still fun.
FinCon is in the office.
I honestly don't know how the whole Area 51 thing got started.
Yeah, I don't know either. It just kind of came out of nowhere, as far as I know.
People putzing about on the internet and coming up with good jokes. Ah, they got me.
I mean, it sounds like a terrible idea.
Let's burn brighter.
Stop it, man. Did you see that link that I posted on that one comment that you left with that shop that I ran into in Seattle? The Naruto one. When you go through and you angle your arms back and then run around like that, apparently you can go faster. All right, well, good luck at class, dude, and hopefully we'll still be here.
Yeah,
Check out that link later. I don't think I'm surviving any of this.
yeah.
No blocks. Whatever. Let's just move on to the next
like
one.
that as a kid.
All right, I'll send you the link on Steam. Yeah, it was basically just like an entire model kit slash all the mechas shop. And then when I was at what do we call it? The Crystal Mall right by our place with my niece earlier today, we ended up stumbling into another shop like that because I was looking for cool toy stores that I could take her to that would have a bunch of silly things like that.
Yeah, see it for real now, stop man. Tell you back again.
Having explained the Naruto run to the general population. yeah. It's like the way you see kids running around the playground, it's kind of like that. Okay, let's take this one out for another go, and if that one doesn't work, then I'm just gonna retool.
Yeah, see if we can jigger.
Make something out of it.
Like a general effect.
Okay, so this show that the kids watch, where they're all, what the heck are they, like ninjas or something like that?
No idea what the show is. Like, I know Naruto. I can't even say it. Yeah, me in English.
Our friends watch that stuff. I know Mandy has sat like through a whole bunch of it, but like I've never watched Naruto.
No, I've never watched it either, and I didn't know. I didn't know anyone had watched it. I just know what it is because internet. It's come up enough times.
I don't have any creatures. Do I keep this? Hope that I draw something.
I would mulligan.
Alright.
You're just too far out from like anything.
Better!
That's better.
I'll toss a forest. At least that way I can play the pupper and the murder.
It's boring, you know. Yeah, it's just like an hour long. That's long.
I mean... Yeah, that is long for anime.
So I don't know.
In fairness, I mean, I watched way too much Dragon Ball, but like, yeah, it's... You're willing to put up with a lot more as a kid just because you don't know. You don't know any better. Soldier and man, okay, well, at least that's a 2-2 body.
Watched anime for 15 years. Wow.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of really good anime on Netflix, which kind of shows how far anime has come.
So there's anime on Netflix. I'm like, alright, I knew that. Got bored.
Yeah, it's like anything. I had fallen out of it for a long time, and then I fell back into it, and then I just kind of kept rolling with it. It's like, fell back into it.
I actually find I don't watch shows in general, to be honest. Not just anime, I just don't watch a lot of content. Other than YouTube content, I watch more than I should of that.
The one that I found that I'm like... I'm more likely to go through and watch a show rather than sit down for a movie.
Right, yeah.
Because it's easier for me to go through and cut up a show after, you know, I'll get maybe 2 episodes or 3 episodes in and be like, this isn't worth it. Where it's like a movie. Sure, it's maybe only an hour and a half, 2 hours, but...
Yeah. To be fair...
It feels like more of a commitment, even though I'll usually spend more time watching a TV show, but, yeah, whatever.
I'm even more boring than you. If I'm watching something that long format, it's probably like a technical talk or like something educational.
Sure, we'll pull out the skeleton. No attacks. I didn't figure it was worth murdering the soldier yet, but we'll see.
Which actually, I watched a really good talk on random numbers this morning.
Really?
While doing other stuff. But the guy works for Eternal? That's his, yeah. The guy works for Eternal, so he's involved in that like CCGs, which was pretty interesting.
That's pretty cool.
I actually found it extremely informative. And his jab there was at like non-CCG designers. It's like, yeah, they don't usually get random. It's like the CCG designers, they come with a whole mathematical model for why this is going to work, but designers are just like, yeah, it should feel like this.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like people don't want true random. They want something that feels like random.
Yes.
Which is why you get so mad when you go through and you draw, and you get flooded or you get screwed. People are like, this isn't how real magic. Well, you know, that is actually how real magic works, but you know.
Well, yeah, and shuffling a deck by hand is not perfectly random.
Oh.
The other one was interesting too. Is good point was that any mathematical edge case that you have will be encountered by a live player in any shipped game.
Yep.
So you need to account for those.
That's the beauty of getting it out en masse to such a large body of people that you really see all of those variations that you never would have thought possible.
Yeah, or you know, it's a not zero chance. If I switched to 0 halfway through that, but
perfect. Respond to my murder with a murder. Dang it. At least I can Agonizing Symphony that? I guess that's my play here.
it's sorcery speed, yeah. Sorcery.
Yeah. And then swing out. Okay, so what do we got? Throne of Eldraine was the new announced set. We were talking about that a bit last week. And then because we had San Diego Comic-Con that actually happened last weekend, it was the day after that we had gotten, after we streamed and we'd gotten together and we were VRing it up and doing other things, and that's when we were hearing all about all those things from the panel that Tom started covering.
Yes. I don't know all the details yet, so I'd be intrigued to...
Well, I mean, they've put out details, but it's like still not that much, but it's still enough. So, ooh, Perfect Blue. I want to watch that one. I still haven't watched it. But yeah, that's one of those anime films that I have that's on my list of ones to watch. Yeah, got a serial stalker, freaked out, then got bloodlust for it. Some of those are like that. It's easy to get lost in. Think a crasher, out you go. And next we go. Oh, of course I've watched Akira. I need to make this guy watch Akira.
I haven't seen it.
That movie's fantastic. I own it in 2 different physical formats. I have the special edition DVD that I bought like ages ago, and then the Blu-ray for it. And then I also have the soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah, shame on me. Shame. Dude, shit. I was really someone who didn't really watch anime that much.
Yeah.
I'm down to watch it sometime.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we're just gonna have to get around to doing. I mean, it's not like you haven't enjoyed anime in the past.
No, it's...
You like Cowboy Bebop. I have not seen the documentary about Ghibli. But that's definitely one that I want to watch, and I mean, clearly that studio has put out a lot of great stuff.
It was at the studio. I forget it was a.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop was that thing tugged on a lot of heartstrings, man. That was a crazy story.
Just enough. Just long enough to don't remember the story.
Faye Valentine's story in particular always ends up getting me.
To watch that again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was like I ended up going through and like, because I was talking about it with my cousin when we were like talking about some of our favorite anime and whatnot, and he mentioned that it was one that he always meant to getting around to watching, and then that kind of just set me off, and I went through and re-binged the whole thing. Oh, that death touch is gonna be the death of me.
At least the death of several of the creatures.
I mean, alright, let's start doing something here.
So yeah,
with the skeleton.
The new set, what's called Eldraine.
Right, Throne of Eldraine. So
I know there's the collector booster packs.
Yep. Because they are bringing the lottery cards back.
But only in the collector booster packs, right?
Is it just in those, or were they possibility for box toppers, or was that a completely different thing?
I from what I remember, because I did watch a Rudy video when he was talking about it, and what he had said was they were only in the collector's edition. Because he was talking about the market implications.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I'm a bit confused about the whole thing myself.
There are box toppers. So maybe it's in the box toppers as well then, maybe?
Well, no, someone had gone through and put out a chart that was kind of like showing where you could find different variations of the cards. So some of them were in the regular pack, some were in box toppers, some were in the collector's boosters. Some were exclusive to some were in all of them. They're gonna have deck builders toolkits.
I think they've had them for the last several sets, but those are great ways, like if you have no cards to get in.
Yep.
Well, because what I watched was the Rudy video. I don't remember which one it was. I watched a lot of Rudy videos. But what he was talking about, because what he was saying is they were only going to be in the collector's one, and since the collector ones are going to be limited and only upfront printing, that's really going to affect the prices because they're not going to continue to come out of the woodwork. A lot of those are going to get unboxed right away.
I didn't hear anything about them getting rid of toolkits. The one thing that I know that they did get rid of, and like saddened me personally, was the player guides. That was one of the few reasons that I had to continue buying sealed product, because I would go through and buy a bundle so that I could get the player's guide, and then that would be like 10 booster packs.
Yeah.
That would kind of be my fill. No more player's guides. I don't even really have a reason to go through and buy any of the bundles anymore. I don't know if I'm going to be buying any more.
I was about to say, it honestly made me rethink even buying a M20 bundle, which I thought about maybe doing at some point. It's like, what's the point of?
Yeah.
It's like, might as well stop collecting now.
Likewise. I think I need to start swinging here. This isn't
M20 was better than M19.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it wasn't good, but it was not at the same level as the last few sets.
Look, in fairness, I feel like a lot of the reaction too was partially due to burnout, just because we've been getting hammered with so much stuff. It's like M20 came out right on the heels of Horizons for everyone that was following that. And then, yeah, I know, core sets are usually meh. Yes. The thing is, they've done a lot of stuff here that they haven't done in a lot of other core sets. That was, like, at least for me, exciting to see. Like, some of the spiciest kind of mechanics and general shenanigans that we've seen in a core set in I don't know how long. We've got the Return of Protection, albeit limited, but, like, Protection's back.
War of the Spark was very exciting.
Yeah, but I mean, that's going to happen in a Planeswalker-centric set where it kind of goes through and then turns standard into Super Friends by default. I personally really liked what they did with M20. It's just, it hasn't had the chance to really go through and hit the way I guess people were hoping for.
Yeah, that's
and
for sure.
I know there is a lot of talk about power creep as well. Just because, like...
Well, there has been a lot of power creep.
We've been going from Guilds to Allegiance, and now War of the Spark, and everything's just like, that was printed at Common? That was at Uncommon?
I was like, the power creep has really been in the rarity.
Yeah.
I totally just dropped my phone.
So, I mean... And I mean, that's the thing, it's like, M20 is like still fresh, and we're already going through and looking at the fall set, and people are still like, yo, but what about Commander? It's just like, we keep on getting beat over the head with this stuff, and it's really hard to just kind of like, take a break to let it all soak in. On the way home from the F&M, nice. So, to regale with all the stories of all the wins... Hooked on modern boosters, like Modern Horizons, or just boosters from the modern era in general? Because I mean, technically at that point, doesn't Amonkhet qualify?
No.
Horizons. Yeah, I was mentioning that one store that I ran into at the Crystal Mall. They did have, at least for us, decent pricing on Modern Horizons. Like the 3-pack for like 27 or 28 bucks.
Yeah, which is not bad.
Well, usually they're like $10 a pack, so you know, saving $2-3.
You have to limit him. He's like a crackhead.
It's cardboard crack. There's a reason that they call it like that, and I mean, I have problems with that too because a lot of my hobbies are like that.
I don't know. Rivals of Ixalan. Let's buy a case.
Yeah, why not?
They still have packs from that case.
I don't think it's wise to swing out here, but you know what? Whatever. We need to make moves here. Things gotta go. Things gotta happen. Do you have a Blade Brand in hand? Oh no, they're just gonna try and get rid of that Spider Period. Cool.
Fine out, I guess.
Yeah. Really, you're gonna sacrifice the Corpse Knight? Alright.
Could have a way to pull it back, to be honest. Oh, now they're rethinking it.
See, it's better when I go through
Well, it
and
may
I
have
put
been.
the onus on the opponent and be like, all right, you figure it out. Rather than me humming and hawing and being like, what am I going to do? And then sitting there talking about, yeah. Question, Tara. Has he pulled anything good from Modern Horizons? Because I've cracked about 6 packs and I've been not super impressed with what I pulled, but then by the same token, it's like, am I really expecting to go through and pull a Ren and 6 on my first go?
Yes.
Or a Force of Vigor?
Yes.
Or an Urza?
Yes. I mean, you're not going to get them, but you should be expecting to.
Yeah. I mean, I was really hoping to pull the Canopy Lands, but whatevs.
I really wanted to get a Sarah in the packs that I opened.
Do you have one of the Sarah emblems?
I don't.
I have one. I can hook you up. And on the flip side, it's a burb, so you can just take it.
Nice. I just don't think I do.
I don't have a Sarah, and I don't foresee myself needing one, so... I mean, that's the thing. It's fun to gamble on this stuff, but it's like, we know it's just... It's gambling. It's loot box mechanics.
I'd honestly rather go to a casino.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I still wouldn't rather go to a casino.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, think of the value. If you go through and you pull that crazy card, and it's like, yeah, we'll pull the crazy card. All right, well, now you got to go through and sell it. Ow.
Yeah, this card, you know, it says online it's worth $20, and you go to LGS, like, I'll give you 10.
Or you could go
I'll give
through
you 12.
try and do the legwork to try and sell it yourself to try and get as much profit. And
Yeah, by the time someone buys it, it's worth $12 because it's gone down in value.
Yeah, definitely better luck in the casino. Which is why it was such a trip for me, because I jumped into the casino update from GTA 5 with my girlfriend, and then it would just like, she was already in the casino, going through, doing her thing. I'm like, alright, I'll go in there and I'll join you. Drive in, wander over to try and find where she is, and I just had a flashback to that time, the last year when we ended up going to Vegas.
Right, yeah.
Of going through and finding her in the slot machine area, just parked there, blown away. It was like exactly like stumbling in and walking in and finding her in Vegas.
True.
Except that she's not sitting there smoking in game, because you don't do that in game.
That's true.
It's just like, ah.
I mean, to be fair, I was pretty bad for the slot machines too.
Yeah. Hey, but it's all good and fun, so what else?
Yeah, I mean, as long as when you're like you're gambling for fun and knowing that you're probably going to lose everything.
Barrel and shifting or mammoth?
Go for the shit. I know, I go for the mammoth. They really wanted to get rid of that. So
Mr. Ricci?
yeah. I feel like they may have something.
And I can put the mammoth out right away. So.
Yeah.
Deuce. Gambling paid for the 3DS? Nice.
Nice.
Alright, well, you seem to have much better luck with the gambling than I have. You might be on par with Cardigan then. Because, yeah, she came out ahead from her slot machine adventures, so.
In Vegas?
Yep. Yeah, she was up on her end, so.
I was not up that time. I don't remember how much money I lost in Vegas. It wasn't that much. I think I lost like $30 American, so it wasn't. But I was definitely down when we left. Walked in with 150 and came out with 700. Nice.
Nice. Well, that paid for the 3DS and then some. Damn.
I think the best I've ever done is I won $150 off of a 50-cent bet. It was on a slot machine, so it was literally like one of the top wins.
Like, damn.
Yeah, considering the number of times I've lost, though. Yeah, fine, over the course of 10 years. This was just on, like, how long were we in Vegas for? Like 3-4 days?
Yeah.
With Magic in there?
Yep. Well, yeah, because we got there on, what was it, the Thursday? And then we left on the Sunday?
Yeah, we did leave on, yeah, I think it was Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like that with anyone that has that kind of a habit for the gaming, though.
Worried that Magic is dying, to be honest. Don't think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's changing.
Yeah,
it's very much changing, but I don't think it's dying.
The approach to the whole thing is changing, and I mean, and now it seems to be more of a consolidation. Okay, it's more of a consolidation now between the paper and the digital.
Paper Magic is definitely shrinking.
Yep.
I don't think it's dying.
Hey, say when I put you in front of the thing, you block the thing. Come on.
Yeah, I love the smell and the feel of new cards. I don't know. There's just something about playing with the cards. It's a different feeling. The hype. Yeah.
The thing is, nice. There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. There goes my whole board. Yeehaw. Yeah, I really should at this point.
Probably, yeah.
Likely that they will go through and just that'll be the end of me.
But I haven't been very much of a help at all.
Hey, it's not like this has been going super fantastically for... Oh! Ah. Yeah, the thing is, we do have that nostalgia for the cards, for the cardboard crack.
And it's still more viable in many ways if you want to like play with a bunch of friends in one location. Getting the cards out is easier. Now getting everyone to one location, that's the real tough part.
These days, yes.
Yeah, no one needs to haul computers, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like the days of LAN parties. Where everyone have to go through and haul your computer over to your buddy's place. Oh, that squad captain!
And parties were always fun.
Yeah, now we just go through and play online with a voice chat system.
I know. I kind of miss the days where we could be smug. Like, well, I play on PC. We got this, interconnected thing where we can all play together. Counter-Strike. I'm surprised people still play that. Yeah. Yeah, it's still like the original versions.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing that. It's like late 90s, early 2000s, like 99, 2000. Yeah, right around there. Ooh, Counter-Strike.
Never actually played Counter-Strike back in the day.
I played it back then. And again, that was like internet cafes and that sort of thing.
Actually, randomness. You haven't actually you've never met my buddy Nico, but one of his friends from school is the creator of Counter-Strike. He's no longer involved. He hasn't been for a long time.
No, of course not. But
he's actually big into the world of finance now.
Yeah, but he was one of the original creators for the actual mod.
Yeah. It got picked up by Valve.
Damn.
Apparently, they actually ran a casino together back in the day online. The very early days online.
35 here. So I won't ask you your age, but you can figure out where you are around me based on that.
I'm doing the math. I don't know how old I am.
Yeah, I know. I keep on having to do that as well. I'm like, right, I'll be turning. 33? I'm turning 36 this year. 35.
Yeah. I just turned 33.
All right, I don't have a Mr. Ricci, so they're gonna be able to go in above me.
Gah! I mean, age is just a number, and some creaks in the joints.
Yeah. Yep.
Mostly the creeks in the joint.
And then dating yourself by reference for the things that you remember.
Yeah.
Or trying to keep up with the lingo of the kids these days. Ugh. Dab. Ugh. Mostly we just do that one to piss off my buddy.
Pretty much.
I don't mind either. Past the point of caring.
Yeah. Really, I'm past the point of remembering. Maybe that's just the age.
Maybe.
As the youngest one.
Alright, I'll throw that on the Abomination because it's got the Death Tooch. I wish it had Trample though, but whatevs. Attack! Or do something. It's going to come back as a 6/6 if it dies. Presumably it won't. They'll just go through and throw the 1/1 in front of it.
Or let you through and then just swing out with everything.
I could have put the Feral Invocation on it at that point.
You could have.
But
It still doesn't get you the...
no. I'd still be 2 away at that point. But here they are figuring creatures get +1/+1, so that's probably enough to just roll me right over here. Because now I'm down to 10. Buffs everything up by a considerable amount. Pass Ola. That's it? Okay, there we go.
They're a weird way to do it.
Alright, well, what's the most that I can go through and prevent here? Alright, need to go to the blocking. 7, 5, and 4, I guess, is what I need to focus on, so... Whatever, and the rest is still lethal? Probably?
No, I don't think it is. Yeah.
Oh!
That's damn near, though.
So close! Hey, no! You get out of there. So, bring that one. I can't play it now, so yeah. Pretty sure I'm dead now.
Yeah, I mean, because they're not going to not block the invitation, probably with the 1/3 fly.
Feral
I mean,
Obama.
doesn't really matter what they block with. They can still roll back over you.
They just need to connect for 2.
Yeah. They have many opportunities to do so.
Yup. Why couldn't you have trample?
You know, if that invocation gave trample, that would have been amazing.
Yeah. Only I were a smarter man. And then we end turn, and we good game, and we... Then we concede!
Just die.
Just die! You hear that, Stormy? Die! Ah, yeah.
The same thing.
I know. There have been random times where I've been like, the stars have aligned, and I've managed to pull the right cards, and the opponent managed to pull not the right cards, and it's come around, but that was just not happening. Yeah, I scream it. Usually I just go through, and when I get to that point, it's just like, nope, quit game, go through, do something else. Because that's what standard feels like to me right now. Oh.
Yeah, very much so. Lose 4 times and then walk away. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, oh, dude. Okay.
What it really is a standard just evolving really rapidly at the moment. All right, what wasn't working?
All of it. I need a new deck. Oof.
All right, wipe out everything out. Just throw one disenchant in, and we're good to go. The rest land.
I will add you. Not right now, but I will add you. Of course, as soon as I try and do that, then Steam's going to be like, I've never heard of this person. I ended up having that issue when I tried to add another buddy, and it's just like, I can't find you anywhere. Even looking for it, it won't show up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am Dr. Jonas Venture on there, but I will find you later. Okay, so maybe I'll pull out the pups. I don't feel like those ones were doing too much.
We do have a Steam group actually that the accounts are on.
Yep.
Podsixclub.
Pulled out the pups. Soul salvage. In replacement of a creature. Do I want a duress?
What else do you have?
Thank you, Tara. Go get yourself some foods.
Yeah, food is important.
You definitely. I mean, I'm gonna probably be sneaking off screen to go through and munch on something. So, yeah, we hope to catch you again soon. As always, a pleasure. So definitely. Peace.
Yeah, see you later.
Okay, so throw in one more card. Do I want an epic here? Do I just throw in the duress? Bounce it off with a greenwood?
I like the greenwood. I don't know. Press is okay.
Yeah, I know. It's just
it's nice to know what your opponent is playing and what deck you're facing and get a card out of there.
The thing is, it's like that's typically what you'd go through and board in when you're trying to go against control matches.
Yeah,
you're pulling a non-creature card out. It's kind of like
you're one of those annoying like Dimir decks that's all about destroying your hand. I love those so much.
Thank you, Thought Erasure. And the problem is that if you're running those colors, that card's too good not to include.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like,
every Dimir one has Thought Erasure in it.
And that again has been one of those things that's come up recently in like this last week because we've had the previews for Throne of Eldraine, but not really previews, but like previews. So they were talking about it, letting you know what the theme of the set is, kind of showing off some of the artwork and card styles and whatnot. So we did, with the announcement of the Brawl decks, they went through and started showing off some of the stuff to expect from that. So we did have 2 cards that they ended up previewing for that.
For the Brawl? Nice.
So there was one, and these are cards that aren't going to be available in the standard set that you'd be cracking from boosters. They're only going to be in those Brawl decks.
Oh.
But still from the set.
Standard legal?
Yes.
But obviously Brawl legal. Well,
yeah.
Brawl legal is standard legal. Yeah. I realized my stupidity mid-sentence there.
I do that all the time. It's like, wait, that answered the other one, damn it. So one of them was one of the actual commanders, which was like, I think a 2 or 3 color gold legend, and then the other one was a mana rock, and a lot of the comment and the discussion was basically around the mana rock because it basically just comes down to they're going through and trying to add support stuff in, obviously for. Is it worth going through and blade branding it right off the bat just to get rid of it?
No, because it doesn't do anything. It's just
yeah.
It might as well have Defender on it. I mean, it doesn't, but.
So yeah, throwing in a mana rock into standard that makes, because you have those such limited mana rocks in standard for Brawl,
right? Yeah.
To really make it viable. They've effectively printed a card that's so good it's now become an auto-include.
Right.
So going through and talking about how you're going through and like just limiting the selection because now it's another card from the 99 that it's like, oh well, that's everyone's going to be running it now, like Soul Ring.
Yeah.
And that it's that.
I mean the 60.
Or yeah. Well, the thing is, it's going to be so good in. It's something that's necessary in Brawl because you don't have those kinds of cards in Brawl.
But it's going to
affecting
go into Commander.
into Commander.
Yeah.
Like now, it's just an auto include into Commander because it's just that damn good. So, I don't know. I mean, it's nice to have the tools, but I can kind of see that.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice when you have. It's nice to have options. It's not nice to be like, you need this tool in your deck.
Yeah.
Happens.
The thing is, it's kind of. I see it from the perspective of WotC because they're going through and it's like this format that they introduced and it didn't really go through and do anything because they didn't like support it the way that it needed to at the beginning. So now they're coming afterwards to try and give it that support, but it's like...
Of the weird things that I actually have read this week in Magic, I read the article about Brawl.
Yeah.
And they're just... I mean, did you read that at all?
No, I actually...
They're talking about how they... So they came out with it, they liked it, there was support for it, but they realized that there wasn't cards for it.
Mm.
So they basically went silent because it's taken them this long from when they announced Brawls to actually have a set that they could affect. They just worked that far out.
Yeah.
So they just kind of left it on the back burner until they could add cards for support, or add support in the cards for the new set.
Yeah.
And that's what would finally hit. Who was the other one? I can't remember. They were saying Dominaria was it one of those like designs started in 2016. Like one of the sets that came out recently.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dominaria.
Yeah, I think it was Dominaria.
We still laugh, Slapman.
Barely.
I mean, we're barely hanging on in this draft, but we're still broadcasting it all.
This is games. The worst. That Angel of Vitality.
Yeah. I got the spider, but what are they gonna do in response? They have a pump, don't they?
They're in the right colors.
Right? I mean, compared to M19, this is leagues better.
Did you have a lot of fun with M14? Ooh. Like me some slivers. You've only played 2 core sets. Was the other one M19? Because if that's what you're comparing against, then yeah.
Fine, let's do it. Comes a 3/3, and then arrows him. There we go. 4/4 in lifelink, but they both.
Yeah, but now they got themselves over 25, so now I guess the +2/+2.
Nice. So then I murder it.
Yeah. I mean, it's annoying that they're not going to get it to proc off only with the life gain shenanigans because it's a draft.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not going to be able to block the Blight Beetle anyways because it's pro green. So whatever. I may as well do this so I can get the card draw.
Are we going to get walks back now too? Oh, we got protection.
Land walk.
Yeah.
Bring back banding.
Yes.
This
game is too simple.
the one thing that I've heard a lot of comment on is that people seem to be have mixed feelings about the bots on the drafting here.
Right.
In that they're placing weird preference on certain cards and types, so it's like people are seeing things pop back around on draft that it's like, really?
Nobody took that? Yeah.
Really? So you're getting to create these ridiculous decks that you wouldn't typically be able to pull off in a draft.
That might just be a design decision to let the bots not take all the best stuff.
I feel like that's a waste right now. Put out the Sentinel and let her run.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of game design is balancing player expectations.
Bootleg Hot Wheels? How? What's it called? Warm tires?
Selling at a higher price.
Higher?
Tires.
You know what? I believe that just because if they're a bootleg, they're probably going to be rarer than the original ones.
Maybe.
So they might be drawing a premium for that.
Yeah, I've gone through life game type stuff, yeah.
They really have.
Well, surprisingly enough, there are some very valuable Hot Wheels out there.
They even use the same blister packs. Damn.
Wow. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're bootleg. Did they have like the logo and stuff on it then? Like the actual Hot Wheels logo? Tell who makes Hot Wheels, right?
I believe so. Leading the way?
Yeah.
Isn't that how that one went?
Weirdly enough, a person who's a semi-expert on Hot Wheels because she's needed to is my mother.
Flippin' awesome! The bottom has no undercarriage. Okay, yeah, that's definitely bootleg then.
Yeah.
Kind of cool though. Oh, if I block, yeah, okay, no blocks. Okay, so taking 9 to the
feel
face.
insulted. I could see that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, though, sometimes I did really enjoy those like dollar store toys as a kid. You know, get like the Flower Rangers, all those like basically knockoffs that were just so hilariously bad that they were actually entertaining.
Yes. So bad it's good. If I play that salvage, I can still go through and play back the
I just saw two girls walk up the down escalator.
You know what? I've seen that before. I remember seeing that one day on my commute where someone went through, walked up the wrong escalator, but like, I guess they realized it as soon as they took that first step, but then decided to commit to it anyways. Like, I'm like, okay, I can't be too mad about that. Whatever. It's gonna be another fun draft where I go through and get all the way. Ah, crap.
Oh, yeah, so I had a funny thing happen to me today when I went and got my car back from the mechanic.
Yeah?
There was a water bottle in the bottom of the thing, and I just ran it in. So I'm like, oh, yeah, someone's left their water bottle in. I thought that was in the car, and I turn around. It's the Channel Fireball one. Like, if I had just looked at the thing on it, like, oh, yeah, I forgot I owned that.
Yeah.
I haven't been in my car in a year.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I have a broken guitar in my trunk that I also didn't realize till today. But I particularly like that I'd forgotten about the
water
Channel Fireball one.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wait. I can play the Howling Giant now.
Nice.
Yes. On a side note, you didn't realize that there was valuable Hot Wheels?
Well, I knew. Yes. Well, no, not at first. Yeah, I didn't. When I first found out about them, I was quite surprised. It was something I played with them as a kid.
Yeah.
And then I think I took a hammer to play Hot Wheels because I went through that phase. I don't think I had anything that was actually rare. A Magic collection is a bigger loss. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that anything has value. People collect everything.
Why didn't they swing out with both? That would have killed me.
They must have not seen it.
I guess we soul salvage.
Oh, quickly run to the washroom.
Heck yeah. Go for it, buddy. How am I... Name one of the Sweet 16. Sweet 16's Hot Wheels? I'm not sure what we're talking about. Have you seen any good anime lately? Ooh, which? Do tell. Cause what is back? What is back? Name that. Name the Godam car? Which? I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Oh, I'm so far out from anything here. I need to mulligan this. Ouch. Really? You're gonna do it to me? Okay, another mulligan. Down to 5 cards. This is getting painful. Okay. Yep. Keep 5. What was it? I was watching the new season of Danmachi, and that's about it, really? I mean, what did I mean, I wrapped up, heck was it, Shield Hero? I did eventually get on that one, but, like, not too much else, I think, really, that I've been watching. I mean, mostly I just tried to go... At this point, I've gone back and tried to do a rewatch of a bunch of the Kyoto Animation stuff. That's really about it. Ooh, Greenwood Sentinel. Not gonna be able to do much about that, but please drop. Nah, it's not a body. Okay. Well, at least I'll be able to Agonizing Symphony soon? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really felt like there's been a lot of anime recently in the last couple of seasons that's really been like, jump out and grab you and be like, yes, watch this. This is fantastic. So, yeah, a lot of stuff I end up watching is for the memes, sadly enough.
Legit thing, reason to watch stuff?
These days, apparently. Ooh, Diamond Knight.
I mean, it was legit back in the day, it just didn't have a name.
Yeah, true enough. I keep on seeing all these references. I want to go see what all the fuss is about. Now it's like, memes. Memes made me do it. Let's go raid Area 51, boys.
When is that supposed to happen?
I don't know when the Facebook group was set for.
I think it's supposed to have already happened.
So am I going to kill the Diamond Knight? Diamondium? Yeah, I think I need to. Before it gets out of control. Ping it for the 3. 7-page aura? Huh? I did not. So I managed to go through and have my opponent concede on the last one, so I made it to game 2.
Nice.
Oh, this is hurting.
Winning by any means necessary.
Exactly, I'll take it right now. Okay, if I flood and I get another land, then I can play the Feral Abomination. If not, I'm hoping that I get a body.
So your game plan here is that your opponent concedes, right?
Basically. 7-page what? What this?
Anime?
I'm going to look this up to find out what we are talking about. Oh, it gets +1/+1. Okay, for each elemental. There are not that many elementals. That's alright. Mora. Alright, at least I can play the Abomination. What's that one about?
Or at least maybe it's a clip, maybe.
Oh, is that from the latest JoJo?
I guess yes. Yeah, JoJo in the next. Yep.
They exiled my feral bomb and... Ow. Ow.
Abomination. They couldn't stand to see it live.
Apparently.
Oof.
Yeah, this isn't looking so good right now. Ugh, okay. So I need the Crasher to kill the Sentinel so then I can go through and put a Feral Invocation on it. Oh, that Healer of the Glade's not going to be good for me.
Nope.
Oh. I can't play it now because I can't afford it. I had to play the Crasher, but it's summoning sick, and I mean, I can block the Sentinel. They're gonna pump it, aren't they? I can't afford to take 4 to the face. I mean, that one they can... Clippy?
Clip off. I don't think I have a way to actually easily play it. I don't want to play it from my phone. To be fair, though, less likely to get copy strike by playing it through a phone.
Oh, they're invocationing me. Alright, well, I guess I gotta respond with the Blade Brand since I'm gonna lose it anyways. So, that's a thing. I mean, I really could have used that to be able to get rid of that thing, and alright. Mammoth Spider it is! Oh. That was my everything's totally fine and I'm winning. Ow! I cut me off mid-sentence here.
I still need to make the everything is fine button for our streams.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, they got me. That's a concede. They got lethal on board, I can't do anything. I mean, the most good that I could have... Honestly, the only thing that I could have done at that point was played the Flash Enchantment and then disenchanted it myself to gain 3 life. So I would have been at 3 life after they attacked me. So I could have gotten one more turn.
And I just don't think you had a chance to pull it out. I mean, there are times where that one more turn is enough.
I could have gotten one more turn. There was a way on the board for me, but...
Hey, you gotta win.
I gotta win! Out of the deck that I really didn't think I was going to that late in the game. Like, come on, Golgari, I believed in you. Golgari didn't believe in me. Whew.
I don't think you believed enough. I don't think you believed hard enough in it.
I guess not. But at least I got a pack out of it. So I'm gonna go through and crack that open. And what do we got? Cavalier of Gales. Nice. I've been seeing that one pop up in Flyers decks, and doggone it, that thing is annoying. Azorius Flyers. Strong. I mean, you get the Brainstorm effect out of a 5/5 body, but...
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'm just curious. I've been playing the Mono Blue, which is really all about playing your entire turn on their turn. Yeah. You mean Blue-Green Flash? Mono Blue Flash.
Have you seen the Blue-Green Flash?
I've not seen Blue-Green Flash. I'm intrigued.
Fantastic deck!
Or you're just like, you're not doing anything on your turn? Oh, you're doing everything on my turn to stop me.
El Speedro Gigante. Yep. Okay. I don't know what we're doing next.
No, we didn't actually plan that far ahead.
No, we really didn't. I mean...
We had a later start, so we were like, we'll see where our energy levels are and...
I mean, you want to do a draft?
I don't think I have a draft in me.
Okay. Because I'm like, if you don't want to spend the gold, you can just spend the gold on my account. I don't care.
No, I do have the gold. I just don't think I've got...
Do you want to go through and crack a pack while I maybe go through and stretch my legs? I need to stretch my legs.
That I can do. I mean,
Thank you.
We can do some direct challenges. That
yes.
would be a better,
I'm down. In that case, that way I can also get my ugly mug off the camera for a bit and do some stuff on the side. So I'm gonna swap you over to the card Camerooni.
Yes, you do that. I'll open up some cards while
I go through the little Planeswalkers room and then get myself set up on the satellite computer.
yes.
The Lappy Toppy. Alright, so
what are we gonna crack?
So many choices. I think there's like 3, 4 choices.
No, there's actually 3. It looks like there's more.
So many choices.
You missed your question about the website. He'll be back in a second. All right, let's go with the one on the top here. Born of the Gamble is referred to by Rudy. Let's see what we got. I don't even know what the best card in here is. I know there's that crazy cat god. Let's see. I am not going to call out the commons unless I happen to recognize them out of nowhere, which is less likely to happen. Alright, what we got? You know, almost. I should probably go a little bit slower on these. Make sure you can actually read them. Ooh, divination. Alright, what do we got here? Ariel Worship. Spurling Dream? Drum. Man, I am extra bad today. Raised by Wolves. I like the name. And Fated Retribution. Destroy all creatures and planeswalkers. If it's your turn, scry 2. Interesting, but very expensive. Exactly, nobody cares about the commons. And then there's an island and a soldier token. It's actually kind of an interesting looking soldier token. I feel like I need to have stretched this out longer. Raised by Wolves is really good, is it? I don't even read what it did. Huh. Alright. I think we need to kill slightly more time. So let's run through this pack of Rivals of Ixalan that I've had forever. That I'm still trying to open all of. Alright. Let's see. At least I'm opening this while these cards are still legal. Not that they have long. Alright. Alright. Those uncommon lands that should be common as far as I'm concerned. I don't think we care, Baffling End. Let's see what the rare is. Jade Light Ranger. A card that still actually sees plays. You kind of tired of gonna leave now? No worries. Take it easy, Slapper Man. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah. I will. I'll tell you about them when I can talk more. I should hopefully have something coming out at the end of this month, at least in demo. I need to change my login here, so
Yep.
you can stare us at some nice packs while I hop over a seat. You'll be sure to play if it's good. Yeah, that's the real question. Is it good? Hopefully. It's been in development for a really long time. I'm so bad at forgetting my password. Ooh, Son Man wanted to know what the. In theory, it's actually been in development for almost 3 years.
What was it that's left about?
The website you mentioned. I don't know. Was it the models one? That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, it was just a link that I sent you for the shop that I ran into when I was in Seattle. It was. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and look that up again.
All right, now I can actually switch over because I signed in.
It was basically just a link to the store in Google Maps,
Right.
so you can like virtually browse it, photos of it.
Nice. Is it actually on? Suppose we could have done a little more setup on the whole.
What are you talking about? This is fine. Perfectly fine. Totally fine. Everything is completely fine.
Can't find that comment. I think Venture's gonna have to find the link he sent you again at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to you.
I feel like it'd be nice if I, had a camera set over there so that you weren't. I'd imagine you could be heard though, so that's good.
That's fine. I'll just scream.
Of course, the laptop is slow.
Of course it is.
I think I need to reinstall and like clean out that laptop like 2 years ago.
Oh, but that takes so much effort.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I don't really use it that much. It's mostly other people, my friends, who suffer through it. What's the game you're developing about? It's about robots. The story has changed a lot. It's basically a platformer. There was an original storyline, but I actually don't know how close to that we're following still.
That doesn't matter which one I log on.
Shouldn't know. Actually, I might need to log in mine here.
Everything is fine. Everything is totally fine. Ooh, what decks are you running?
Hold on, I don't actually remember all my decks.
Ooh, so Sloppy Man is saying that if you do need any story.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not much one for coming up with stories.
Yeah, I didn't write what story we had. Was the other developer? I've slowly learned that I'm, better at programming than I am at designing things. You serious about this? You need a job? At the moment, this is definitely the games I've been working on as a passion project. But I mean, there's lots of writers in the I'll do it for free, call it an internship.
Well,
I might take you up on that.
Yeah. And I mean, that kind of stuff does show up as good experience that you have a project that out.
Yeah, it does.
That you worked on, kind of thing.
What's the number one thing in the game industry that companies look for is the shipped product.
Yeah.
It's almost more important than your actual education. Is it not pinned to the Now it's always hard to find. Yeah, we're very disorganized on this whole we definitely went the attitude of we'll figure this out when we get to the end of that. Okay, see you later, Slapper Man. Yeah, there we go. I thought it was pinned to the good luck, nerdlets. Might need it. Well, there can only be one of us that wins the match.
There can only be none.
Wait. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, that's fine. It works. Wasn't what I was planning on doing. Alright, I'm good to go.
I mean, you can just fire off a game in standard, like.
That's
get this
actually
whole thing
that's a very good
going,
point.
'cause- Yeah, we definitely didn't have any of this set up, so it's
I'm all energy and no brains, which is different than normal, because I'm usually no energy and no brains. Sure, mono red and ranked. What could go wrong? Other than everything. Still taking it sweet.
yeah.
Sweet time. When will Magic learn nothing is solved by mono red on mono red violence?
We will never learn.
Surprisingly, that's like one of the most common matchups I find with mono red.
Yeah. They like to pair you up against similarly powered decks. What's else is similarly powered to mono red other than mono red?
Gotta get that Steamkin going right away.
Yeah, you can't let this.
No.
Even if you skip it for one turn by that point, big kill.
Yeah, it can be a 2-2. Would have been beautiful. I had a Chain Whirler in hand, but I'm one turn away from a Chain Whirler.
You get 4/4 by that point.
Yeah, it may have been. But now I can Chain Whirler.
Haha!
Even though I don't really have anything. Oh, I should have saved that. They have
That's fine.
the Pyromancers in there where they pulled out. I could have killed that. Which I could have led with the Pyromancer. Oh well. They're doing things.
Yeah, it's still updating Steam.
Just cancel it. Steam isn't used for this. I don't know why Steam is updating.
Well, because that's to auto start with the computer, right?
Oh, yeah. Dang it! I just did what you did. So I can chat windows instead of cards.
That's what I live for. Alright, so it told me that, Arena was booting. So I accidentally double clicked it. Oh, there it is now.
Say, it's got to update.
Yeah. And that's gonna take its sweet time as well.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But...
Yes. Oh, Windows 10.
I'm so not looking forward to that.
Unfortunately, we are in that point now where you can't fight the future. For whatever reason.
Oh, I can. Just not much longer.
We can fruitlessly fight against it. Oh yeah! Firebrand time.
As well.
Swing for cinco.
I think I might actually get this one.
Looking pretty good,
Oh.
dude. Less good now, but still pretty good.
So yeah, it's not terrible.
Can get strike,
Swing,
get swing,
light up
get
the
light
stages,
Yep.
and hope I get something for one, maybe?
You strike, you swing, you stage.
I could get some land too. Oh, there I land. Would also be useful. I can play Chandra on the next one. Ah, shuck.
Chucks.
I gotta play the Chandra.
Let's do this.
And drizzle.
This is just gonna be bad for you.
Wizards Lightning. Not what I want to not be able to play. Is it really going that slow?
Yep.
Alright, exile top card, see what we get. Get a land.
It's you.
Ooh. I've got a frenzy out, but I'm pretty sure that I've got this cinched up here. fireman?
It's gonna be a long. It's a big ask for them to go through and pull off 11.
Yeah, I mean, when I've only got to do 2, I mean, I'm 1 top deck away from just getting a win. Come on, don't you want to attack Chandra? Chandra's all very annoying. Yeah, they're not gonna fall for that.
So you're gonna draw, then you're gonna exile. Come on, shock.
Let's light it up.
Ah.
I mean, I might as well play it then.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. I mean, if you survive this thing, you've got them, regardless.
Did I firebrand their Steamkin? I think I should.
Yeah, that would allow them to go off with a frenzy.
Yeah, just because they could potentially get 9 damage, honestly, if they have the frenzy out there.
With that, yes.
It's more of a stretch. Besides, I'll swing in with a 4/4. We're probably going to block with the firebrand, which will then ping at me.
The thing is, all you have to do is make the next turn down tick Chandra.
What does your down tick do again? Oh, right, yeah.
You ping them for 7. Doesn't matter what it does. You down tick and you slap them in the face for 7.
Bad that I don't. Chandra's never lived that long.
You usually don't. That's the thing.
But it's still, the value is still there.
Mm-hmm. That's why I love her in combination with Frenzy, because she helps you dig deeper.
Yes.
I have 3. Well, no, I technically have 4 mono red variants, and she's in 2 of them. Thing is, she's in not in one of them because it doesn't make sense because it's Goblin Tribal.
Right.
And then the other one is what I call my basic, or my basic Bish.
Yes, I remember that.
So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing anything fancy here. The fanciest I get is Chain Whirler. No frenzies, no planeswalkers, no tricks, just
basic.
yeah, just
How's it
cheese
doing?
and turning things sideways. We are still downloading the update, and then we've got to install the update.
That should be faster than the download because
Yeah.
this is a pretty big update. Like 200 some odd gigs. Or is it more? I guess it's more because it's farther out.
Megabytes?
What did I say?
Something gigs.
I meant megabytes.
Yeah.
God, I am all energy and literally no brains, as I said before.
I'm like, yo, is this GTA that I'm installing? Did Arena get a casino update?
It started with a casino update.
Ouch.
Yeah, so what do you think of the casino update?
I haven't really dug into it enough to really say whether I like it or not. I mean, it looks like silly online shenanigans-y fun, which is they do.
That is what they do. I don't know, I personally find the casino actually useless. I get why they have the limitations they have there,
Yeah.
but it's like, I don't see why people would continuously use it, other than you get free coins. But then it'd still be in your best interest to cash your free coins in every day.
Well,
And return it back into cash.
well, yeah. Thing is, there's also that wheel that you.
Yes, that's
The
good.
wheel of fortune, and I mean, I've already made money because the membership cost me $500.
Yes.
I went through and I spun the wheel, and I got $20,000 out of it. I'm like,
Oh.
all right.
Too busy chatting and not enough playing.
Whoops.
No, that was nice. It's not the overall update, but the actual implementation of the casino. It's weird.
The thing is, they had to go through and put in those limitations so they wouldn't
I know.
be
It's
gougy. Everyone pumping a stupid amount of money in.
yes. No, it was basically doomed from like, the onset.
Well, I mean, that's why you have 3 implementations of the casino around the world as well, depending on what the laws are in the countries. So you have the typical one or the one that they were aiming for, which is basically everyone. have your cap limit of and the casino, but you can still buy shark cards, turn that in,
Yeah.
gamble, and have all that fun. Then you have the other ones where they locked off certain parts of the casino.
So and then there's the ones that have completely
Yeah,
stopped.
just
Like
not
you
there
can't,
at all.
you just can't even go into the.
Yeah. On how the laws are in specific countries
For gambling, yeah.
in-game gambling.
Well, yeah, no, I get why.
Well, to me, it's looking at it from that perspective. It's just interesting.
Yes, that's interesting to see the laws and the.
It's just purely interesting from a case study perspective of this is how it's being handled around the world in different countries because of the legislation that they have.
Well, and I mean, I'm not surprised. And there's that weirdness of the fact that there is real money that can be put into it, but you can't actually gamble the real money to get money back. But you can get other things. It's interesting because it follows the model of basically apps. There's a whole bunch of like apps like that were like gambling apps, and that's the model that they use. Which is probably what is agreed, at least in North America, is how to legally get away with gambling without gambling.
The thing is like, there's plenty of things on Twitch where it's like people are just going through and streaming themselves playing like on all these gambling websites.
Yes.
So I'm just like, yo, Cardigan, you be going through and streaming yourself playing slots. The GTA 5 casino. You just play it off as role playing.
That's true. Yeah, people might actually watch that.
Yeah.
I was bummed that they're all just simple 3 reel slots too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I spent too much time at playing real casino games, and that's not a good thing.
Okay, now here's the other update. 3.3. Okay. Now at the end of the real side of the updates.
No, it's just the interesting thing was that $5,000 is the max, or 5,000 GTA dollars is the maximum bet you can make at once.
Okay.
Which makes it really hard to make any significant money out of it, or lose significant money. I mean, it's both sides. So there was the Twitch Prime has a thing for it.
Well, yeah, if you have Twitch Prime, then you can go through and get one of the fancy penthouses. Because as it stands right now, I can only afford a crash pad for 1.5 million.
Right. I think you get the crash pad as the one you get for free.
Oh, really? For
Yeah.
Twitch?
I haven't got it yet. I signed up for it like you're gonna have it on the day it comes out, and then I didn't have it on the day it came
I
out.
thought you were supposed to get like one of the fancy color pens that has like, you know, the like.
That's what I first thought. But it was like, if you buy one, they'll only refund you up to 1.5 million.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know that much.
I'm getting myself confused.
I'm just on the periphery enough of. Dang you!
Thing is, as opposed to me, you still have your Twitch Prime membership.
What am I doing? I'm talking, and I could have just won the game there.
This is fine. This is totally fine.
I mean, it's fine because I can still do it now.
Because now they don't have a counter. Haha!
That's true. Actually, I wouldn't have. All energy, no brains.
What are you talking about? Your brain's guiding you to make the right plays, even though you're not consciously thinking about it. That was the win.
I think all our many hours of streaming have proven that my automatic is not good usually.
Quiet, you never didn't have it.
And still doing the update. Okay.
Yep.
Let's try again.
Just keep rolling. Oh.
I mean, at least we had the foresight to get the laptop in a correct place.
Yeah, exactly. We were on it that much.
I can work with that.
Alright, what else did we end up having in consistent random news. There was the whole GTA update and all the stuff happening with that.
Yeah.
That's been much developed. There was Tetris Effect, which ended up coming out as an Epic exclusive.
Right.
So that's the new fancy Tetris that came out as a works exclusive.
It's got VR components too, doesn't it?
It does have VR components, which is kind of why it ended up getting back in the news. Like, alright, so this is another one of those Epic exclusives, so it kind of makes it in the news as a result of that. Well, because of the whole VR component, but it being offered through the Epic Game Store, but
It
like,
uses Steam VR.
yeah, it's like
Because
Epic...
everything uses Steam VR. It's the main.
So in order to go through and run an Epic exclusive VR game, you need to have Steam running alongside with it.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you?
Yup.
Yeah, because Steam VR isn't standalone.
No, you can't go through.
Yeah.
You can't go through and run the game through just Epic and having the game itself installed.
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen?
Hey, how's it going, Jim? How are you doing on this fair Friday evening? Quite the nice day out today earlier too.
It was quite warm. It was warm and muggy. It was nice.
Yes. Hey.
You get attacked by a rat.
As long as it's playfully. So yeah, Tetris Effect making headlines for all the wrong reasons at that point. Like, is that their fault? Is that me? Is that Epic's fault? Are both their faults? Who cares?
Yeah, who? I'd say it's Epic's fault. Because who was there was some like I can't remember which developer was. There's a quote from somebody in a company who was like, "They offered us so much money we couldn't say no." Who was those?
Developers for Nazi Zombie Army 4.
Yeah, maybe that's who it was. It was just like, that's gotta be a lot of money when it's just like, it doesn't make business sense, and when you need to make money back.
Yeah. Deku's trying to get onto your desk from folder. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can see why so many developers are going through it. Which breaks my heart, because it's like I was going through and looking at Wolfenstein Youngblood as being kind of one of those titles that would keep me distracted from that other exclusive that we were looking forward to. We're not likely going to end up playing as a result. And like, oh hey, this game is just following all the other trends that I've hated for all the recent games, so I guess I'm not playing that one either.
Yeah, the gaming industry is in a really weird state at the moment.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm so. I guess hit your runaway steamkin to put out the Chandra,
Yeah.
and then afterwards you can follow up with the experimental frenzy.
No, I can't.
Well, I mean not this turn,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
You and I are gonna take him out.
This will update her?
I'm on one cost.
You're on fire, asshole.
That never works.
Well, time to change your outlook to it almost never works.
True.
Because that's not too bad, dude.
Again, this is looking very favorable to me.
Yeah, you don't say.
But this is weird though. Like these are some of the easiest games I've had on Arena in a long time.
That's good. With this many people playing through the system right now, they're just trying to go for.
Crassus.
Dang, Crasus.
Oh. I think I go for this.
Sit back and watch it burn.
Kind of like you go through, fire off the one steam can, but then go through, play the pyromancer, and then follow up with lightning strike.
Yeah, they're just gonna hit siege.
That's the thing. You could have gotten the extra 3 mana out, and you. Well, I mean, you technically didn't even need that.
Yeah, I didn't
It
really.
would have let you sit sitting pretty, but
Well,
being able to chain off.
I had the win there, but they didn't want to see my win condition. Is it still updating?
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
It's going pretty slow.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're not going to actually get any direct challenge matches in.
No, it doesn't really seem like it.
I think I'll do a couple more standards, and I don't think we'll call her a.
I'm just gonna jump back on screen.
Yeah, you might as well jump back on screen.
Why am I sitting here yelling from off camera?
I figured your whole plan was so that people tuning in would assume that they're actually just hearing the voices in my head.
Not a bad approach. Not a bad approach, my friend. Woo! Yeah, there was.
I can work with
I
this.
mean, that's. I mean, I know there's been more gaming news. There was actually the big news from Nintendo that they're going through and responding to the Joy-Con controversy.
Right, yeah. It took me a second to be like, what are you? Oh, right, yeah.
Hey, every now and then I get the good wordplay going on. Take that.
What did they respond with?
They're actually going through, and whereas opposed to before, they were not acknowledging the problem, and anytime it came up, it's like,
What problem?
All right,
What problem?
what problem indeed? Joy-Con drift, where over time and use of Joy-Cons, they would no longer stay, like, if you left the con alone, the joystick would start to drift, so it could add anything from your character spinning to just moving off in a certain direction, and, you know, just generally screwing with your gameplay. And it can affect people at any given point, from, like, you know, the first couple of months of use to many years down the line. It can hit you at any point. And it was hitting high enough of a percentage of people that everyone's like, okay, this is clearly a manufacturing design flaw to a degree, and they just weren't really being like, alright, this is on us. They're like, nah, you guys mail it back to us like a $4 cost or what. Fix it and send it to you.
Right.
And then, you know, getting a replacement in the meantime is $80 because they come as a set. Even though only one needs to be fixed,
You gotta buy
you
her.
still need to buy the set, so
Of course.
it's not like you're out, oh, it's only $40. Nah, it's $80. On a system that, you know, already isn't cheap. And I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not cheap either. So they finally acknowledged it, and now repairs on that stuff are actually going to be free, covered by Nintendo.
Nice.
So it's on them. They're going to be offering refunds for people that have gone through. I mean, I don't know how far back that extends, but that was part of it. So, and then as well, there was something with respect to them saying a clash act lawsuit that was launched, which is probably why they responded as such. And then, you know how class actions work. That thing's going to be drawn out in the legal system for X amount of years, and then people will go through and get dollars. It's not going to be the big payout that everyone's expecting. You're going to get, like, you know, a small amount, basically account for your inconvenience.
To be fair, the people who really win big in class action lawsuits are lawyers. They make millions of dollars.
That's.
And then the people who actually got screwed over get dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the running commentary with any of those, or any of the times that sort of situation has come up in the past.
It's because it's true.
Yeah. I mean, we recently had the one here, the wrap up, was it, like, you could get your stuff by March or something? For the ski, for the CRTs?
Oh, right, yeah.
So if you bought a TV in the lot or with to have receipts for it, just go through, send in your info, and then you get an amount that would be somewhere in like the $20 range, I think it was.
Yeah, it was something like that, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're like $5 or like $10. It's
exactly. Like, for a class action, $20 is not bad.
Which is sad.
Yeah. Because honestly, out of this Joy-Con thing, I'm expecting it to be around the $5 mark that most people.
Taking this.
They learn fun of it or anything?
I don't know. I think it would. The Sailor's got. I think I'm gonna unsummon there.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a bit fun.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Don't blame you in the slightest on that one.
It should be illegal to have people get up at that hour.
Thing is, at least now because of the summer months, it's not like pitch black anymore when you're up at that time.
No. These spitters are annoying. You got enough damage shenanigans going.
Yeah, way too much. Flash that one out so you can run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shelton, Washington for 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna demand quite the early
Is that
get-go.
coming from Vancouver?
Where's Shelton in relation to in Washington?
I've never heard of that, but there's a lot of places I've never heard of in
You and me both, good sir.
say in Washington, just in general, a lot of places I've never heard of.
The world is so big and I am so small. Ah, southwest of Tacoma. Okay. Okay. So, not too far from Olympia, it seems.
Is Olympia's past Seattle? Right, okay, yeah. Oh, it's always Tacoma.
Yeah. Seattle, Kent, Tacoma, Puyallup there. And moving west or Olympia, and just up from that. It is Shelton.
Right. Fender thing.
Defended it there.
Oh no, I can't actually stop that.
A double oh, crap. That's painful.
Yep.
4, so they're dinging you for 6.
This is not a thing I can do about it.
You can't block one of them with Cerulean Drake?
No, because they can only be blocked by creatures with the defender. Oh wait, that one doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I know I can't.
Why not?
Oh, it's just not doubling up the things. They both have the,
So put out the Sailor. Can you get it enough damage that way? Yeah, that's
yeah,
lethal.
that's lethal right there. Talk about by the freaking seat of my pants.
Oh, dude. Ridge Motorsports track. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was trying to see, I'm like, what is there? What is the dirt to dare? Because I'm like, ooh, there's a park.
Actually, you know what I recently discovered? Semi-dangerously?
Oh.
The flights from SeaTac to Vegas are really cheap. So I kind of want to go to Seattle, and then from Seattle to Vegas back to Seattle.
Naturally.
Get both in one trip.
Naturally.
not gonna happen anytime soon.
But I'm sure if you floated Cardigan the idea, she'd be up for it.
I'm hoping to do that in the next 12 months.
Yeah. Awesome.
Earliest 6. Actually, Ender's already said he's down, so.
There you go.
With an abstract timeline like that.
Yeah, of course.
As concrete as something like that can be. Sure.
Oh, you know how we are. We've always got that kind of stuff nailed down, especially when we set out loose plans like that. I'm looking at you, side laptop.
I should know better. I've gotten worse. I've actually gotten worse in years.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both.
I usually someone who's over planned for things. I have a plan for 5 eventualities that truly aren't even an eventuality. Like, you know, space aliens attack right now. I have a plan.
We've got it covered.
And that's cower in a corner and accept my fate.
I for one welcome our new alien overlords.
Oh, Kent Brockman.
Damn right.
Don't like this whole is it thingamajiggy that they're doing.
Is that spells?
What I'm worried. Yeah, they see that I'm playing on my turn. I think that's and I made it into gold tier 2.
Sweet, dude. Killing it. Good guy.
Let's try one more. See if I can, push it over, because if I fail, I can't fall back.
Teeter over the edge. Come on. We got this.
I swear that's the only way I actually made it this far, is the fact that it didn't actually get kicked out of gold 2, or I mean gold 3. I just kept getting to that end and getting those, kind of grace losses, I guess.
I'm familiar with them. So Jen, I see that you've gone on the Nendoroid train. Ah, collectibles. I'm way too fucker for collectible. I was disappointed that there was not more collectible stores in
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought there used to be.
There was, from what I remember. Well, how many do I have? I have 4.
I did actually notice the other day that a lot of even the stores on the outside seem to have closed. It's like right on Kingsway. There's like the computer shop is closed. Like a restaurant that's closed there too. That's been there for a while. And there's one other thing I noticed that it closed. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's just less stuff now.
I don't get to benefit from that, but I don't want you to have that raptor.
Unless they have a Grimchild one in the future. You know what? With how these guys do licensing, they very well might. I mean, I ended up picking up the Venom Snake, the Saitama. I've got the Majora's Mask Link, and I ended up caving and getting that Rem as well. So, and there was definitely more that I was looking at. They had a really sweet, cool-looking Korra. That now that I've seen her elsewhere, it's definitely like I should have bought her at the time. Way too expensive now.
This is annoying. I know that they're waiting for me to do my end spell to respond.
Are they gonna shock it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because I gotta see what they're gonna do.
Fire cannonade. Ah, spice.
What?
It's a pirate.
It is a pirate.
Whoops.
I'm as shocked as they are. To be fair.
So you swing.
Yep. I swing and then I go to their turn because I have no business playing cards on my own turn. I'm either gonna dive down and Sailor if I have to save, or I'm going to Trickster. Would have been nice to have prevented that, but...
Yeah, that was one of the pleasant surprises from when we ended up going to that Uwajimaya village in Seattle. That second floor that they had there in the bookstore. Woo-wee! There's a lot of cool stuff there.
Sure. Trickster.
Kind of glad that we hadn't stumbled across that earlier, because I'm like, I know I would have hemorrhaged way too much money there in the past.
I would like to get some land.
Nah! You don't need 2 mana things. I mean 3 mana things. You don't need that Jin.
If they swing in though, I just double block and then I'll just gonna dive down the cutthroat.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Not really worth reporting that.
Died, leave him nervous. Again, I want to resolve. I'll let that resolve. I want to counter what that produces on the next turn. Because that leaves me open to actually do the double block Shockland. Not too bad. To be fair, a lot of the damage they've done to themselves has been Shocklands.
Not the worst.
For me, at least. Alright, so are they gonna? No.
Flash in that Spectral.
Yeah.
Ah.
Whoop. Why did I not?
Bring in accidents.
Yeah.
Accidents that happen.
I'm thinking too many steps ahead.
On the plus side, though, if they do swing in, again, you can block with the Brine Barn and
Just dive down it. Which is also going to get another counter on it when I do that. So.
When it's 5/4, that's then also like a 5/8?
No.
I
don't think so.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they swing, just get
Damn
to
it.
this point.
Yeah. They're not.
Yeehaw. Swing with everything? Oh, protected with a dive down.
It feels like a waste to play a dive down on my turn.
I know.
But you know, I think you're right. If I want to advance the game, I got to be a little aggressive right now. I need that thing off the board to get my chips in.
You're in the position where you can apply pressure.
Yeah.
May as well. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if you could actually get the extra +1/+1 counter on there, but getting that off the board.
And it needs to get off the board.
And yeah, you really don't want to play the Storm Tamer because you want to be able to protect the cutthroat with a dive down.
I mean, basically the whole thing with this deck is whenever possible, you don't want to make plays on your actual turn. Yeah.
Yeah, that blue-green flash deck that I've been coming across, that I mean is just one of the new decks that has arisen in Standard, it's gross, it's annoying. I managed to go through and overcome it with my mono, I can't remember which variant of my mono red, but I have had mono red succeed against it. It's just a pain in the butt.
I mean, honestly, I actually do better with in ranked. I usually do better with mono red than I do with this blue deck. Not that I don't do like the worst with it, but
because I mean, what's that one wolf that they have that's like the M20 one, the 4/4 for 4 that flashes, and then if you don't go through and play any spells on your turn, it makes a 2/2 wolf.
Oh jeez.
Like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
That thing is gross, and that like that's one of the main things that's played on that deck, aside from the Brineborn Cutthroat, that Spectral Sailor, and all that other stuff.
People play that deck sound disgusting. Excuse me while I net deck something. I'm actually very intrigued. I'm gonna take a look at the
That seemed like it would be right up your alley, dude.
Freeze there, like the packs were in there.
Yeah, the animations did kind of get stuck there with the cards whooshing off in the distance.
All right, I think on that win streak, I think it's a good time to
yeah, that was pretty
to call it a
decent,
stream. I surprised myself.
I mean, where are you now? Gold 2?
I'm gold 2. Yeah, I'm just into gold 2. So, I may actually make it diamond.
I'm trying to do the OK symbol and I gotta slap my hand. It's like, no! Bad! No dog whistles.
So yeah, we're at the end of the stream.
Yeah, that's all we got. I mean, we went through, we did some ranked M20 draft with gold, because why not? And we didn't really have enough gas to go through and do another draft, so we moved into some standard ranked grind. And, I mean, you started off with what, mono red?
Yeah, I started off with mono red.
Then jumped into some mono blue?
Yeah, I did the last 2 were mono blue, so.
I mean, it was pretty fun.
I've won with all of them, which is actually shocking.
So yeah, we're gonna go through and after this try and put some links for those decks in the description below. I mean, there's not gonna be anything obviously for my terrible draft deck because that got 1 win. That kind of a gimme from the opponent.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, there was still some good times had out of that anyways, and I still got some sweet rares with that shifting Airtops, I want to say it was.
Right, yeah. Whatever that one's called again.
Still
Okay.
sweet card, so awesome. And yeah, there is the Plancation that is starting on Sunday. We don't have any plans to do that, but we're gonna definitely go through and try and squeeze out something for that because the new events now are starting on Sundays because that's when the weekly XP rolls over, so you can go through and grind out all your packs. So. I mean, it makes sense. You go through and shift it over to when most of the users are going through and actually playing and engaging in the game. So we're gonna find some time, some way, somehow to go through and get some games in on that mode.
Yeah, the one coming up, and potentially, depending on how the schedule shift, we may end up shifting. Can't English more than normal. We may end up shifting our stream schedule to match those potentially.
Yeah. But
we're not yet.
Yeah, that's all up in the air.
Yeah, this is just a pre-warning. We still expect us on Fridays for now.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how the dice end up landing on that one. But
snake eyes.
Not again. I know I don't have the luck with the craps. And on that note, I think we're gonna go through and call it. So we hope that you all enjoyed, and we do hope to catch you on the next one. And until then. Great time.
Peace.